So our topic today is Google Photos, my favorite features. But I wanted to I've been thinking about Amazon Photos a lot because ever since Google Photos started charging, it wasn't completely 100% free. I have read lots of stories where people say, well, I'm leaving then. I want to go somewhere else. And Amazon Photos is the best alternative, is the closest in functionality to Google Photos. But no. It does not have my favorite features, and that's what I'll show you today. I am designated by Google as a Google Photos product expert, and I wrote the book on Google Photos. You can get it on Amazon or at our website, learngoogle.photos.com. Why do I want to compare to Amazon Photos? It's because some people are leaving Google Photos and switching to Amazon. Not me, because my favorite features are missing. Now, there are a lot of similarities. As I say, of the choices available to you, I think that Amazon Photos is the closest, is the most similar to Google Photos. Both of them can be one home for your entire lifetime of photos. Both of them have mobile apps for both Android and iOS that will automatically upload photos that you take. Both of them stores your entire library in the cloud, and then you can access it with any connected device. And both of them work on Android, iOS, and web. But people think that Amazon Photos is free. No. First of all, you have to be an Amazon Prime member, which is $120 a year. Now, if you are, then unlimited storage for photos is included, but not videos. And I ran out of that 5 gigabytes of video storage right away. So basically, Amazon Photos just stores a copy of my photos, no videos. If you do want to have videos, you still have to pay for more storage. And at that point, their pricing is pretty much the same as Google Photos. $20 a year for 100 gigabytes. And Google gives you 15 gigabytes free to start with, and then it's $20 a year for 100 gigabytes. Same as Amazon. But Google gives you storage saver size, so you can store more photos and videos in the same space on Google than you can on Amazon. So that's my little pitch there. Probably the most important feature of a photo library app is being able to search. Once you get thousands of photos and videos, I have nearly 100,000 in my Google Photos, you want to be able to search. And both of them can search, but Google is better at it. You can search by dates, by content of photo, by location, by text that's on the photo. You can combine searches. You can search for offbeat things and for landmarks. Now that's all for Google. So what I'm going to do a demo here. I'm just going to choose I'm going to do a few searches in Google, and I'm going to do the exact same search in Amazon. I think it would be easiest to do it on the computer. I think here we are at Google Photos, and I'm going to search for a date. July 4, 2018. And that was our 20th anniversary, for which we went on a liveaboard dive trip to the Cayman Islands. And so these are the pictures from July 4, 2018. And if you look in the book in chapter 5, I think it was, you'll see lots more examples for searching by date. You can search by date range. I'm not going to take the time to do that now. But you can also search by content. So Jim always enjoys it when I search for pictures of beer. And beer happens to turn up in a lot of our photos. So, and then this finds them all. Another thing that Google Photos can search for is text that's on the picture. So ProDive. ProDive. And look what I get. I get a photo of the business card. Is that handy? Or what? So I always take pictures of business cards and put them in my, all right. And then combinations. So instead of just beer, we can search for beer in Belgium. And Google Photos is smart enough to only show me pictures from beer in Belgium, which, by the way, spoiled me forever for beer, because the beer in Belgium is so good.
Yes,
all
indeed.
Right. And there's more and more and more, but I need to go over to Amazon Photos and do a couple of these exact same searches. So in Amazon Photos, search is up at the top, and I can type July 4, 2018. And I do know these pictures are in here, by the way. I made sure to check that. And look what I get. It appears to be giving me the whole month of July. And this is from 2021. So it read the first, what it appears to me is that it read the first word of my search, and that's as far as it went. It's giving me every picture from July in any year. And beer still worked fine, as I recall. I get plenty of pictures of beer when I search for beer in Amazon Photos. But I cannot type beer in Belgium and get any results. Typing something that is text on a photo, like ProDive, will also come up with nothing. Hopefully you get the point. Yes, you can search using both of them. Google's better.
Always.
Google's better. So,
no question about it.
The next favorite feature is albums. Both of them can do albums, but in Google Photos, albums can be more than just a collection of pictures. You can add text and you can add maps. Let me just show you one of that. I'm going to show you the album, as much as we got from our Central America trip. So the album is January Central America trip, and it starts off by having put in photos. Some of you have already seen this probably, because I shared the link to the album and then you got to see the pictures as we put it in. But I need more than pictures here. I need some words. Notice that I was able to put we booked a trip through, blah, blah, blah. The words in here. Now, how did I do that? You do that by clicking on the 3-dot menu at the top and edit album. Then you get these extra options up here, text or map. If I just click on the TT, I now have I call it a text block. So a text block can be interspersed amongst the pictures. And you can also add a map, which I did down here. Yeah. So that map shows the first leg of our trip. And then more pictures, and then another text block, etc., etc. Amazon Photos does not have that. It just has the pictures. And something I hope everybody realizes here, if you make an album using Google Photos, that exists inside of the Google Photos. You won't be able to see that in Amazon, and vice versa. If you make an album in Amazon, you won't be able to see it or transfer it. So albums are built on the platform that you're in. The big reason to stick with one program is because there's lots to learn in both of these. So whichever one you pick, learn it. Stick with the one and learn it.
Can you search in Google on phone just like the web?
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah, I just figured it would be easier to see on the bigger screen, but you can search exactly the same.
Okay. Do you see loss of quality when you store in compressed format in Google?
Nothing that our eyes can see.
And
No.
you can print these things easily up to 8 by 10. Well, depending on your resolution,
original. Yeah.
the original. But
Yeah.
yeah.
And I do have a whole video on that, understanding quality. I say that no, you don't see any distinction as long as your camera did not take a picture greater than 16 megapixels. I mean, if you have a camera that takes 40 megapixels, Google will first bring that down to 16. And that is a little loss of quality. But no cell phone to date takes pictures greater than 16 megapixels. So the only thing that Google does to those is just packs them a little bit tighter so they fit in a smaller space. And no, you do not see any discernible change in quality.
Now, if you are a professional photographer, you still want to keep, you're probably shooting in RAW anyway, if you're professional, and you store those off
Separately, which is why I do like having my photos get backed up to Amazon and get backed up to OneDrive, because they have them at original quality. So if I should ever mess up with my Google Photos, I know I have my original in one of the other.
Okay, how about Google Lens?
Oh, Google Lens is so cool. Now this I have to show you on the mobile device, so I will do that. I'm going to use the Android, although this works exactly the same on iOS or Android.
Okay.
And Google Lens obviously is a feature by Google. So, and I have some samples already queued up. Okay. So what is Google Lens? Google Lens is this button right here that will investigate the photo and tell you what it is. So this is a photo that we took in Arches National Park, Utah. And I think that's called Delicate Arch, but I'm not sure. I tap on Lens, it investigates the photo, and it tells me that, silly, is the Corona Arch.
I told you so.
Oh, excuse me. All right. Next sample. Where is this? I just tap the Google Lens, and now it says, well, there's several things on here. It thinks maybe we want to buy a safety vest. No, I want to know what that bridge is back there. And it says that is the Rialto Bridge. And if I click through, it would tell you that that is in Venice, Italy. Okay. And that is Google Lens, which is just built in to Google Photos. And obviously, or at least I hope it's obvious, does not exist in Amazon Photos. Verify.
All right. How do you back up your photos to all options? Google, OneDrive, Amazon.
All you need is the app. So I have the Google Photos app installed on both my iPhone and my Android. I have the Amazon Photos app installed, and I have the OneDrive app installed. And I've turned on the setting. All three of them have a setting for backup photos to their respective cloud services.
Okay.
Yeah, this just something that dawned on me is if I would leave Google Photos, it would be much more difficult to use my photos in every other part of my life. I mean, Gmail can use my Google Photos. Blogger, which I use for my blog all the time, can use my Google Photos. WordPress can use my Google Photos. And I don't know if any of these will access Amazon Photos. I haven't seen it. So integration with the whole Google world is a good feature of
Live
photos.
and motion photos. That's chapter 7 in the book, right?
Yeah. And this is another favorite feature. We did a whole show, button show number 223. We did a whole show on live and motion photos. But the way cool thing is that if you take a motion photo, you can decide what particular frame to capture as a still photo. I want to show a little demo on the Android phone here.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to go into Google Photos, and just before the show today, I took a motion photo using my Samsung of my little Android wind-up guy. So see how there's motion in there? With Google Photos, you can play the motion or not with this little button up here. If you see the play button, it means there is motion in this photo, and you can tap it and you see the motion. Okay. Since I took that picture just now, it did get uploaded to Google Photos. It also got uploaded to Amazon Photos. So I want to show you in Amazon Photos, there is that picture. There is no motion. It does not support motion photos from Android. It does support live photos from from Apple. The iPhone live photos, you do see the motion in Amazon Photos, but the Android motion photos, no, not there.